Hey everybody, I'm on for midweek message reveal. I hope everyone's having a good day and is getting through the week with some ease. I know that there's just been another kind of just a density that's kind of coming through. And as we've moved into Cancer season, the purge, the desire to kind of let go, to maybe even feeling nostalgic, having things that are kind of coming up again, especially around the home, around your safety and security and feeling part of a family unit or your belongingness is kind of being brought to the surface. So be gentle with yourself and know that this energy is really designed to kind of slough off all of the extra funk that we've kind of accumulated because we're ready to move to higher ground here energetically. Okay, I'm just going to jump right into the cards. All right, so if you picked one, this is your card. Your card is freedom. Duality, black, white, light, dark, yin, yang, so on and so forth. There's a polarization that's kind of happening here for those in group one. And you've reached kind of a point to where you kind of can't take a whole lot more. there's a frustration boiling point that you've reached. I can feel a lot of tension that's moving up into the throat. I feel a lot of pressure that's even on the chest and the sternum as well. And just a difficulty kind of breathing makes me feel anxious. And this anxiousness is not just concern or feeling like I'm scanning what's going on around. It's more, I don't know how much I can hold this in. So if you're feeling that tension, now is a fantastic time to start to work towards releasing that and kind of, literally I'm seeing like a release valve that's just kind of being loosed a bit to kind of offset some of this kind of pent up energy. A lot of pressure right in the center of the chest. So there's an opportunity here for heart expansion too. There may be some grief that's moving through. I'm actually feeling that pretty strongly. So group one, there's a lot of things that you want freedom from. And the way to kind of get to middle ground is understanding that it is a both and situation. Horses run free, but they run together, the light and the dark. The integrity, the lightness, the shadow, the mystery. Where do you overlap? And I feel too that there's a lot of Gemini energy here that is kind of residual from last month, but at the same time bringing in the concept of the twins, where maybe feeling a bit moody with lots of high highs and low lows, and kind of not really having enough time in the center to kind of right yourself and recalibrate. This is going to be a trying week, but that doesn't mean that it's not something that is purposeful. So take the time to rest and prioritize your needs first. Fill your cup before you fill someone else's, and make sure that you are turning yourself towards the things that you do want, because there is an opportunity for manifestation that can really open through this kind of purging when you release and let go of things that no longer serve you as you're kind of in the squeeze. It allows you to bring in bigger entity type things that can come in with a lot of energy behind it. And that energy is great to be used, but you kind of have to prepare yourself for it. So start thinking a little bit about what it is that you want to move towards. What are some things, some goals of yours that need some fuel behind them, because it's coming. So that's awesome for you, group one. All right, group two, card two. Look at this bright beauty. This is a juicy card. Abundance. Fantastic. Getting a lot of upgrades happening here for those of you in two, especially in the eyes. So if you're feeling some eye sensitivity or even some pressure that's kind of happening in the ears, maybe a little bit of itching, that's kind of signaling that there's a raise in the way in which you are able to perceive. And that perception allows you to see different ways in which you can create abundance for yourself. And abundance isn't just money. It's time, energy, opportunities, resources, great experiences with other people. So there are lots of ways in which this abundance can come to group 2. And I'd really like you to take a look at where this is kind of the color scheme that we have here. So beautiful yellow sun, reminding of the solar plexus, as we all know, and these huge otherworldly hands of source, it seems, that are just dropping these kernels of golden coins onto the ground, this plentiful earth that's ready to grow. So this is a time for seeding. And with the new moon that we just had last night, because of all of the heavy energy that's happening, because it is happening in Cancer, or has happened in Cancer, and we are in Cancer season, what this is doing is it's kind of amplifying the time in which we need to kind of look at the things that we want to potentially let go of, and what we want to bring in. And those things that we want to bring in on a new moon, at this time, we aren't able to totally see it in full form. So we're just kind of casting out little seeds and seeing what that is. I'm also seeing a lot of seeding here too. But you're at a place now, group 2, where you know what you want. So it's different. It's different than it was before. So you may have been casting out some seeds and wondering what it is that is going to come of these things, kind of following the nudges, allowing yourself to be steered a bit. But the worry isn't there like it was before. I'm feeling a great sense of relief, although it's a bit like anxiety, but it's more excitement. So something is on the horizon literally, and here it is right here, but it's something that's going to feed you. Maybe it's a new job. Maybe it's a new relationship. Maybe it's something that you've wanted that's, a significant purchase, a home, a car, maybe a trip, finally being able to take that vacation and having the resources to do so. Or at least putting the seeds forward that you want to start saving for something like that, or you want to start journaling about what the person is that you want to bring into your world, or the updating the resume in an effort to put that energy out there that says, I'm ready to do something different, and I know that I can bring it to me. So that's really awesome for 2. Love to hear how that turns out. All right, for 3. Hallelujah, look at this one. Divine consciousness. Big upgrades. So much expanding here in the heart and the throat. I'm actually getting some kind of a little bit of a constriction and a little bit of scratchiness. And just like, again, it's a bit of an excitement. And this excitement is for all of the ways in which you've kind of taken yourself up another notch. You've changed the way you're doing things. There's something about the routine that's changed. So there's also like a leaning into knowing yourself in a way that it has shifted. It's almost like you're able to see yourself differently. And it's something you've been working towards. It's maybe even an attribute or a characteristic in someone else that you were hoping to embody, and you're starting to see that in yourself. And that's just a beautiful realization. And this takes you to another level in which you can communicate and contact and be in communion with a greater level of awareness that has opened up for you because of this divine consciousness that you're now realizing is totally in your realm and always has been. Starting to realize that you are a part of all of these things. Maybe there's been some big shifts, not just in the world, but within your own sphere, within your own bubble, within your own group of people that has made you feel maybe much smaller than you thought you were, or much more a part of a group than you thought you were, maybe more belonging than you thought you were. There's been a perspective shift about how you fit. And that shift is something that's kind of blowing your mind a little bit. If this is pinging for you, know that is designed in order to get you to go, oh, whoa, whatever that is, I'm interested in that. And then you want to follow the way that feels. So pay attention to your body for 3. Pay attention to the way you're feeling when you are experiencing something that makes you feel joy. What does that feel like in your body? How can you bring that in more? How can you hold it? Can you verbalize it? Is it something that you can kind of put into a sentence? Is it something that you're able to create from or create something into being through this? So really take a look at the ways in which you are connected to Source and you're connected to everyone, because you're divinely guided. So trust in the timing of your life, trust in the pace. I feel too that there may be some comparing happening here. Just know that your pace is perfect. It always is. It's a fantastic affirmation that I use daily. My pace is perfect. It is, because it's yours. All of us are experiencing different things in our own ways for our own lessons. So comparing your path to someone else's, it doesn't make sense. It's a completely different thing. There is no comparing. But there is never going to be another you as you are. So embrace it. Love yourself. Be cool with one another. Okay? So those are the messages for this week. If you're interested in readings or a session with me, check out my link. Would love to hear how this resonates with you, and your feedback helps me grow. So please be expressive. Let me hear what you're thinking. And I will be in touch and see you next week. Have a fantastic evening. Bye.